What's up, you guys? It's been a while since I've uploaded on the channel, so I thought I'd bring it back with a bit of an informative video. This video should be pretty helpful to you guys that are just starting out getting into PC gaming. And if you found the video informative or helpful in any way, don't forget to like and subscribe, and you'll be an Omega Chad Elite Gamer. And who knows, maybe if you subscribe, your parents will love you again. Okay, and without further ado, here are the top 5 applications that I think you should download when you first get a PC. Now, obviously, there's going to be many more applications that you can download, and I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments. But these are just some that I think are important and everybody should have. So starting off with number 5 on the list, we have MSI Afterburner. I believe MSI Afterburner is one of the most important applications you can download on your PC because it allows you to get the most bang for your buck out of your graphics card. Before touching MSI Afterburner, I would highly recommend watching a YouTube video and doing some research on how overclocking works and how to get the most out of your graphics card. What I did here was I maxed out my power limit and my temperature limit, and then I slowly increased my core clock and my memory clock until my PC inevitably would crash if it went any higher. And basically what this does is it increases the speed at which your GPU works, because usually your stock GPU will not be at its highest capacity basically. But I would not really recommend upping the core voltage unless you really know what you're doing, because that can actually mess up your GPU and cause it to fry itself. But all of this other stuff is generally safe, but again, I would highly recommend watching a YouTube video and doing a little bit of research before messing with this. Now, moving on to the number 4 pick, we have Nvidia's GeForce Experience or AMD's Radeon software. Now, I can only showcase GeForce Experience in this video because I own an Nvidia graphics card, but I have used the AMD software in the past, and I can tell you that it is basically the same thing, although I will say I enjoy GeForce Experience a little better. So some cool things about GeForce Experience are you can go to basically any game you have on your PC. Let's go with, I don't know, Battlefield 1. Click details. It will basically just sit there and optimize any game for you. Now, if you're like me and you're very particular about this stuff, then you might not like this. But if you kind of just want to get into the game and play, then generally this does an okay job at gauging like where your specs in your PC would be best suited with like what settings. But the most important thing about GeForce Experience and the AMD software are the driver updates. So you can download driver updates through Nvidia or AMD's websites manually. But what I like to do is go to GeForce Experience, and you can literally just download your drivers right here, and you can click download, which I'm not going to do right now because it's going to mess with my PC and mess with my video. But yeah, you can download a driver here, and it gives you a bunch of news and info about games. But another thing that I really like about GeForce Experience that the AMD software also has, well, the AMD one's called Relive or Relive, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, but the Nvidia one has Nvidia Shadowplay, which I'm currently using to record this video. And I love Nvidia Shadowplay because you can record your screen, and it basically does not drop your FPS in the slightest when you are gaming, and it is amazing, and I usually prefer to use that over OBS. But yeah, that's why I recommend Nvidia GeForce Experience or the AMD software. I highly recommend getting this if you are first building your PC and you're getting started. Now, coming in with number 3 on the list, we kind of have a little double here. We have CPUZ paired with hardware monitor. Now I think CPUZ and CPUID hardware monitor are some of the most important applications that you can download on your PC because it basically just tells you all the information about your computer. What I use CPUZ for most is to check the core speeds of my processor, and this is very helpful when you're overclocking your processor and you want to make sure that you did it right. So as you can see, my processor is running at about 4.0 megahertz, and I also like to use CPUZ to check the speed of my RAM. Need to go to memory here. Yep, check the speed of my RAM. It is at about 1450 megahertz. Not very fast RAM, but hey, it's what I got right now, okay? And you can also check the speed of your graphics card. And yeah, that's usually what I only use CPUZ for. It has a lot of other stuff like caches, and you can check your motherboard and everything. But yeah, that's what CPUZ is generally used for. I would also look into overclocking your CPU and not just your GPU, because again, I'm all about getting the maximum performance out of your system, because you are paying a lot of money for your PC, so you might as well get everything you can out of it. Now with hardware monitor, you can basically check everything about your PC. So you got your motherboard, you got your fans, you got your CPU, you got your GPU, and you got your SSDs. Is literally everything. And what I use this for is to check my temps. That's literally it. This may look like a lot of nonsense, which most of it is. You won't really have to know any of this stuff, but your temperatures of your CPU, which would be right here. My CPU is running at about 50 degrees Celsius. And you can also check the temps of your GPU, which mine is running at about 38 degrees Celsius, which is not too bad. But yeah, I use hardware monitor basically to check my temps of my CPU and my GPU. And that is it. I do not care about any of this other stuff. But yeah, to sum it up, these two programs they're basically used to check on your PC and to make sure everything is going smooth. And yeah. Alright, so coming in with my number 2 pick, we have Giazo. Now, Giazo is one of my favorite applications because it basically just allows you to, let's say we look up Giazo, and we get this plus symbol in place of the mouse, and it allows us to take any image we want. We just drag it like this. It's kind of like the snipping tool, and there you go. Takes a little screenshot, and boom, it puts it into a link for you. And then you can send this link to people and everyone will get the image. So what I like about Giazo is you don't necessarily have to download any images in order to send them to your friends. And I think that's a very helpful tool. Giazo also allows you to do the same thing with GIFs. And that is really all Giazo does. But I just think it's a nifty application, and it's better than trying to use the snipping tool and then downloading it and sending it. Yeah, so that's basically why Giazo's on this list. And finally, for number 1 on the list, we have Wallpaper Engine. Now, fair warning right now, Wallpaper Engine does cost money and it is currently not on sale on the Steam sale. But if you can catch Wallpaper Engine for cheaper than this, then it is 110% worth it. And honestly, it is 100% worth it at $3.99. It is one of the best things I've ever purchased. And there's a reason the reviews are overwhelmingly positive, because Wallpaper Engine is so awesome. and I'm gonna show you guys why right now. So if you're new to PC gaming, you're probably wondering, damn bro, how'd you get that sick ass background? Well, I'll tell you right now, it is not black magic, it is actually the application Wallpaper Engine, and Wallpaper Engine is just one of the best applications you could possibly have on your PC. It brings you so many cool different backgrounds to choose from, and honestly it just brings life to your PC. Why, like, you'll never want to go back to a boring old plain picture background when you have Wallpaper Engine. Right now I'm using the chill one made by Jacket, and I am highly enjoying this. But there's so many other cool ones, like this one that was made in Blender by Rennie. Just look how cool that is. That is so awesome compared to like a boring picture. I am a huge Dark Souls fan, so I have a bunch of different Dark Souls ones, and actually showcasing this one right now, you can see that some of them have audio to them, which personally I'm not a huge fan of, but you know, each to their own. You got some memes, you got the little running polar bear, and there's just so many different wallpapers to choose from. I will say you have to sift through all of the anime hentai wallpapers, but yeah, a majority of the wallpapers on here are super awesome, and I cannot recommend this application enough to you guys. Please do yourself a favor and get Wallpaper Engine because it is awesome. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but get Wallpaper Engine. It is sick. If you guys enjoyed the video or found it helpful in any way, please like and subscribe, and we will greatly appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe out there because it is a crazy ass world, and we will see you guys in the next video.